Hello, what is going on, YouTube friends? Phoenix61 here with some more World of Warships Legends, right? We are rocking the Zao. This is one of my favorite legendary tier cruisers, right? Somewhat newish, right? I think this past year or so, this became a Bureau project at some point, right? So we plowed through it because I was excited because I do like the Japanese cruiser lines. And so this was kind of one. I'm pretty sure I stopped one project and then switched to this one in order to to plow through this one. So to get it as quick as we could. But yeah, we've got some other Zao videos out there as well. We played this ship on live stream a few times also, right? So good times in this ship. You generally have good games in this ship. You know, every once in a while you get one of those crap games, but generally we have pretty good games in this ship. So we will head over towards C and help support the side that we spawned on, like a good little boy, right? If you notice, we do have, there's 2 destroyers in this match on each team. So we do have to be a little bit careful not to be broadside when we get spotted here. Here is a Schlieffen. One thing I don't like is these torpedo angles, like just because you have to be so, like you're so vulnerable shooting these torpedoes, like you have to be so broadside. I was kind of hoping to be able to sneak into the zone here, but the Schlieffen might end up picking us up and or something else at this point. So we're going to have to, be a little bit more careful here and see if anything else shows up over here. Schlieffens, look at that, like, secondary battery range on that guy, like, jeepers. Impressive. Alright, so we're gonna have to turn away since this other battleship is here, so we're making a hard left and we hit full reverse. So hopefully most of his bullets go out in front of us, and they do. And we're still getting rained on by the Schlieffen. And then we see that smoke screen out there across from C as well, so it's either a destroyer or a, smoking cruiser, whatever you want to call it, right? So we got to figure out how to get, either in a... Ideally, you get in a position where you can fire and not be spotted, right? Here come a bunch of torpedoes. So, good thing we had some sonar going. Although that battleship was probably the one that picked him up. Alright, here we go. We're no longer spotted. See if we can't move in and help with the capture of the zone. Kind of play this by ear here. Yeah, let's go. It's not contested, but we're not getting capture on it because they keep hitting our battleship. So if we can get in there, we'd actually have the potential to actually get it captured. See if we can't get these rounds off on the Schlieffen before getting spotted here. It's still kind of behind the mountain or island, whatever you want to call it there. Alright, there we go. We're getting... Somebody's picking up their destroyer here, so now, yeah, the zone is challenged. Get these last few rounds. We're going to be in kind of an awkward position here. Oh, of course he goes unspotted. Of course. Yes, I will shoot the L-beam if he keeps coming this way. Probably, if he kept coming, we're gonna get picked up by the L-beam, and then this battleship here is gonna be able to shoot at us. So we'll see if we can't go full forward and see if we can't get away from that situation. He's just inside of where we're about to get spotted anyway, so we're gonna take this shot. We are good. Like, this ship's pretty good at sort of kiting away, right? Like, we get away with sort of maneuvering away out in open waters with this ship quite a bit. He's heading this way. He just didn't head towards our torpedoes. Alright, we should be outside of spotting. We should be able to angle enough to get these torps off. Just kind of curious where that destroyer went. So we're right on the edge of where we're going to get picked up, 11 kilometers, and he's at 11, like 0.1 now. Yeah, there we go. We're getting picked up now. See if we can't trigger some fires again. It does look like he's burning already. Just don't think that's our fire. And then we use the overview camera here, so what I'm doing is I'm aiming my guns to the other side of my ship, then going into the overview camera while they're aimed in that direction. And then that allows the turrets to keep moving in that direction towards the other side of the ship, even though I'm able to like look around, right? So it just kind of locks in which direction you're aiming. So pretty decent torpedo shot here. See if we're going to get anything here. There we go. If somebody else doesn't finish him off here. Get that kill. It gives us our legendary booster, whatever you want to call it, so increased main battery damage. And I think we have increased range for every 30,000 damage we get for their legendary mod, whatever you want to call them. The epic mod. I always mix them up. Alaska. Be nice to get some fires on him. There we go. And if he keeps coming, we might be able to do the exact same thing, although now we're like, you know, spotted, so you can't go crazy broadside to these guys. Otherwise they'll take you out. Let's see if we can get a fire cooking on this other one. We're still, yeah, we're getting fire damage on the Alaska that's closer here. We're getting fire damage on him. This is just kind of an ultimate fire burner ship and build. Oh, there's that destroyer again. Yeah, we're taking advantage of this ship's strengths, which is HE shells and running away. Dumping torpedoes back behind you when you get the opportunity. Alright, one last heal ready. This is why I like fully packed, guys. This is why I like fully packed. This other one, he's got to be off damage con by now too. So we'll just keep trading fires. You get a fire. You get a fire. If you don't have a fire, you're getting one. Well, that puts us up to 12 fires in this game. Can you put it out? Put it out already. Oh, you're getting another one right after then. Please get both of these guys cooking at once. Just rack up the damage. Yes! Alright, use the heal while they're shooting at us here. Get a little bit more out of it that way, typically. I'm just whittling these guys down, slowly but surely. Slow and steady is going to win this race. There's Witherer. Yeah, we just haven't been able to go, especially with that one of them shooting AP. We haven't been able to go to turn enough to be able to get torpedoes off, so we don't want to risk that. This is working fine. Alright, but now we've kind of been pushed out away from the game. But that's fine. Like, you know, like normally I'm all about, you know, if you can get some ships to chase you, by all means, you know, at least one or more, you know, two or more, right? Like would be ideal. And that's kind of how that played out. But now we're away from the objectives, right? So if you're that lone ship and you move away, a lot of times your team's going to end up losing off of points if you're not bringing stuff down with you, right? So now we've got this long sail back to be able to help support. So we'll head right towards C. We've got range built into this ship, plus with our epic mod up to level 4 now. We've got pretty great firing range, right? So we should be able to get into C and then help support any enemies that are left, which it looks like now there is only their one last destroyer. And then if he's going to be one of those guys that's, you know, if we got a runner, right? Like if he's just leaving and not getting spotted. Well, somebody's picking him up right now. There we go. You want to go and cap the zone so that you win the game quicker on points, right? No need to drag it out. But the L-Bean finishes off the L-Bean. And we will see where we end up on the leaderboard. I like to believe we did pretty good distracting those 2 Alaskas for quite some time there. Plus our battleship kill. Kind of annoyed we didn't get those. We didn't get the kills on those Alaskas, but they were probably taking bad hits from, you know, across the map. Oh, we got second. Oh, just by a little bit. Well, 100 XP. Walked away with 100 grand in silver. Always nice to see a positive cash flow on legendary tier games. Base trait for this guy is AP shell pen multiplier. That's kind of the only downside I don't like about this one, because we are building into the HE shells, right? Because that's kind of where this ship's strengths are. And then I used to have burn it down here, but specifically with the Zhao and 1 or 2 of the other ships, the range wasn't that great. So I switched to beyond range there, or whatever that perk is called, right? And then chances of fire, you know, we get this one here, right? So we get our HE shell damage in somewhere, right? And then, yeah, I don't pick punch through just because it's an HE build and it's an HE ship like this. That's where it's strongest, right? So pick one of these defensive measures. I picked the fortified, right? And then we'll go fixated, main, battery shell, grouping, and dispersion. I think you could make a really good argument for using refill station here to have the faster reload. But, you know me, I'm using fully packed most of the time with my cruisers. If you find yourself surviving long and going through all your consumables, fully pack's probably the way to go. If you find yourself not using all your consumables, then I would definitely pick refill station, right? So it makes sense. You do you, whatever your playstyle is. That is our Zhao game for the day, and yes, I do love me some pumpkin vomit cambo. Thank you guys. But yes, and make sure you're following the channel. We do lots of World of Warships Legends videos, and of course a few other games here and there sprinkled in that I tend to play, right? So I really do appreciate all my followers for whatever reason you're watching me. We'll see you next time.